Alright guys, the first step in rebuilding this forward clutch is to make sure you have a good set of snap ring pliers. Don't get a cheesy set, or the tips will bend. Check out the link, one of the links in the description below, and we're going to show you a link of a good pair to get. Now, the first thing you're going to do is this snap ring right here around this the turbine shaft, or some people call it the input shaft. Right there, that snap ring right there. You want to take your snap ring pliers, put it right between the opening, squeeze, open those up, and you want to take that out like that, and look at that, I just snapped the thing right back into place. Son of a biscuit. Okay, I think I got it up. Let me get a... Oh, you can't... Oh. So you get a little pick and try to work it around there. This is annoying. You know what? Snap that back in place. Let me go like this. If I do it like that, how's that? Mm-hmm. Much better. Take that clip off. Doesn't matter which side you put it on, it'll come out. Then your input shaft should slide right out. Alright, let's put that to the side. Alright guys, on your turbine shaft, before we put it over there to the side, you're going to have 4 sealing rings on it. 3 big ones and 1 little one. You want to just take those off. You don't need a pick or nothing. They just go right in, and they have a little gap in them right between there. And that's all you have to do is just squeeze and get them out just like that. Do not reuse these sealing rings. Get yourself... your kit should come with them. Alright, let's get the other 2 off. Alright guys, the next thing we do, take your forward clutch assembly, and there is a snap ring going all around the outside perimeter of here, and you want to locate the openings. Like, there's my openings right there. Take you a pick, and we're going to put a link in the description for a good pick set. And you want to go between one of the openings, or you can use a little screwdriver and just pick that ring out. There is no wrong side to this ring, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, let's put this down. Alright guys, the next thing you want to do is take your rag, and you want to wipe this gear off right here. And you want to get you some markers. Again, I'm going to put a link in the description to these paint markers. These things are great. What you need to do, and actually guys, wait a minute, because there's another snap ring down there. So this is the upper one up here. So what we're going to do is take our blue marker and mark this ring, and we know that's the top ring. Then we're going to take our same blue marker and mark this gear to let us know that once we put it back down there, this is going to be the top. Now, on this gear, if you look carefully, there is like markings. Some 4 little markings right there.
Oh yeah.
They're located around the gear. That might be your identification marks, but I'm not sure. We don't know until we take it up. And that's all you do is just take it up. Let's turn it over and see. And actually that is a good way, because this side does not have it. So if you don't mark it, and I just put marking paint on my hand, if you don't mark it, now you know. Because I'm not sure if yours is going to have it, so just mark it just in case. Let's put that to the side. Next you're gonna do is take your pick again. There is another snap ring right inside here on the inside rim. So we're gonna locate the opening. I notice the opening is right there. So take a pick or a flat screwdriver and just go ahead and pick that ring out. Now both rings, the top one and the bottom one, might be the same, but just in case they're a different thickness, we want to keep those separately. Now this bottom one, I'm going to mark this with the red, and then I'm going to put this to the side. Alright guys, the next thing you got is a thicker snap ring inside there, and there's the two openings. And this one, let's see if we can get our pick and pick one of these, or you can get a screwdriver. Or you might can get both, actually. Use both. Let's see here. I don't have a little screwdriver out here. I should. So you try to use the pick to bring it out, and then get the little screwdriver to pick up on it.
What if you use another pick to pick it up?
There we go. I picked up a little bit. Alright, let's go around. Dang it! That thing just... Take that ring out. There is no up or down to this, so you just put that to the side. And now you're gonna have your backing plate that's in there. You're gonna have your friction disc and some steel. Some more backing from steel plates. So just take them up, and you can keep them in the order that you're taking them up. Now putting these back, there's no back side, wrong side, or up or down. They'll all be the same. Alright. And then you got a different one right here, a little thrust ring. And this ring right here, you gotta be careful guys, because that ring is made, if you can see it, it's not flat. It's actually going up. See that? Mm-hmm. So you got to remember to put that back the same way. And actually, if you set it down like this, you can see it going up. Set it down like this, the outside is coming up. So remember, it goes like that. And if you want, keep it with this stuff just like that. All right, let's put this to the side. All right, guys. The next thing you got to do is remove. There's a snap ring going around this piston right here, but you cannot take this out. There is you gotta compress this piston. You gotta compress the spring that's under there. So what you're gonna need is a tool called a clutch spring compressor. There's gonna be a lot of them out there. There are gonna be some that's like $100 something, $200. You do not need that. We we have one right here, and this can be used not only for this clutch, but a lot of them, pretty much a lot of them. And this was only like, how much, 30 bucks or something? Yeah, so we're gonna put a link in the description for you to do that as well. And the way this works is, you got these two arms right here, and these arms slide back and forth for the adjustment. And they actually, it's got a little ball bearing in there with a spring that like a socket, like a ratchet. So you can actually take these off if you want, but keep them on. Keep them on. And so got the wing nut and a regular nut. So what you're gonna do is, now we got the turbine shaft out, you want to put this, oops, you're gonna have to actually take this off. Alright, put it through. Now these arms right here are gonna come down, and you're gonna adjust them to fit on the piston. But you want to make sure you turn the forward clutch in a way that you can get to the opening of that snap ring. Because if you got it like that, then it's going to be almost impossible to get that thing out of there. So we're going to put it like that. I'll adjust that in a minute. Go to the bottom. You're going to come with a plate. Take your plate, put it on it. Now this plate's going to have a flat side, and it's going to have a side that has a little indentation, a round indentation. That's where the washer sets in at. So you want to make sure that's facing outward. Put that in. Put the washer on. You can do that later or whatever. And you're going to bring the nut pretty much down to there. Alright, so let's get that on. Alright guys, we got this tool set up. Got our arms on there. Our opening is right there. Our plate is at the bottom, all set in. The nut on this tool, if you got the tool exactly like we got, it's a 3/4 or 19 millimeter. So you're going to take a wrench, and you're going to start tightening up this wrench. And as you're tightening it up, the tool is going to push down that piston. So we just go ahead, and it don't take a lot at all. And actually, just that right there is enough. Can you see the light? Can you see the piston? Can you see that? Alright, so what we're going to do is, let's set it up so see if we can see it. Alright, once you got that done, get your snap ring pliers. I'm going to try this again with the snap ring pliers. That lighting is...
It's okay.
And open that up. Get that right out of the way. And now you're going to release the tool. Alright, I'm not going to sit here and have it show you releasing the whole tool, but we're going to take this out together. But let me get the tool out of here. Alright guys, we got the tool out of the way. Take your snap ring out of the way, out of there. Take your piston out of there, and then you got your cage spring assembly that's in there. Now, it doesn't look like there's a top or bottom, but just in case there is something right here, we're gonna wipe this off, and I'm gonna use yellow. We're gonna mark it that that's gonna be the top. I probably got to be careful about that, because when I wash it, all that's gonna wash off. So we're gonna take that, put that all to the side. Alright guys, the next thing you're going to do, down here there is another piston. This thing is kind of difficult to get out of there, because what you want to make sure you don't damage it, and you got to somehow grab the both sides, like inside there, and pick it up. The guys, what you want to do is get you a set. We're gonna put a link in the description below for this because you gotta have these. It's weird that you're gonna be using this. This is a set that Sylvia got me. These are hose clamp pliers. It's gonna be another pair that goes with this. Great set, because on the edges it's like a diamond plated, so it makes sure it grabs whatever it's onto, and as you squeeze the handle, it opens up. So what you're going to do is put it down there into the molded piston, squeeze till it touches both sides, and then you're going to just rock it back and forth to pick that piston up just like that. Alright, that is great. Now this is the time to set this down, inspect all the parts for any wear and tear. Everything looked good, but we do have new friction discs and steel plates to go in here. So the next thing we're going to do is clean these parts up. Alright, let's clean them up. Alright guys, if you got the same kit that we got, I got a little extra ones, I got an extra kits that came with it, that I got with it. I got a kit that came with a new molded piston and a new balance piston, and over here new friction plates and steels. It doesn't have the main one, and it doesn't have the cushion one under here, the cushion plate under there. It doesn't have that one as well, but it has the main one. I didn't know whether mine was good or bad, but I got it all apart. Why take a chance? Alright, the next thing we'll do, guys, is grab your goo. A link is going to be in the description to this. This is a grease specifically to putting transmissions together. And what I want you to do is generously lubricate the molded piston around the edges. I mean, you're going to lubricate all around there. You're going to lubricate on the inside. Now I'm going to lubricate a lot more, but I'm just showing you that. And you want to take the forward clutch and you want to lubricate around the center shaft. Again, you want to make sure you use a lot because you don't need any damage to those seals on that molded piston. And you want to lubricate on the outside right there, all the way around where again that molded piston seals up at. Alright, so let's get all that lubricated. Alright guys, we got it done. Now, what you're going to do is move your goo. Now, you want to push this molded piston down evenly and down into the clutch. And as you're pushing it down there, you want to twist it so it can goes in nice and even. So you want to put it up there like that, put it down, and I don't know if that went in all the way. Nope. I think that went down. I'm trying to get you guys a locating mark to let you know that it did go down. That's how you know it went all the way down. Besides, once you start pressing this thing down, this thing will put that spring back in there. Alright, that is down all the way. Alright, now we can take this and throw this away and move on to the next step. Alright, the next step is to take your cage spring, and I clean this off and I put new marks there. Just set that down, just like that. Now your balance shaft piston, you got your new one, got our old one. So I'm going to throw this on the way, I don't need that no more. And then we're going to lubricate this one just on the outside. Grab our glue again. And lubricate this around the edges. Alright, then we set that down like that. Now let's take our gloves off, put this up, throw this away, and get our clutch spring compressor tool. Alright guys, we're ready to put our tool on. The reason why I'm showing you this is because make sure you put your snap ring in there before you put the tool on. Alright, then let's get the tool set back up and we're going to do this together. Alright guys, I got the tool set up and I pushed the piston down. What I'm going to do is turn my ring to the gap of them is up here. And this is a light ring. I wonder if I can just put it on by hand. Because it does it. Well, I tried, but that ain't gonna happen. But I got a feeling it's gonna be a little bit difficult to get to that thing up in the air like that. Let's try it. You know what? I ain't punking out. Let me get this. Maybe I do gotta punk out.
Why is using a tool punking out?
It makes it more difficult. There we go. Pick and make sure I can make sure that thing is down. Slide it back and forth to let me know that I do got it in the groove. Okay, then take a wrench and release the tool. I can't do this with it.
But
alright, it is into place. Let's get this tool out of here. Alright guys, for the next step, even if you're using your old friction plates, get you a pan or something.
you gonna make us something?
Sure am. Alright, now what you're gonna do, you got your assembly over here. The first thing you're gonna do is do your cone, your cushion ring. Let's wipe that off. And you remember how it went. It went with the inside going up, and this way is the inside going down. So you want to make sure the inside is going up. Place that in there. The next thing you want to do, now all your friction plates is going to be and steel is going to be the same, so you can cross them up and mix them up anyway. We got new ones. Now what you're going to do is take you some CVT transmission fluid, CVT fluid. Put it in a pan or something. You do not want to install these friction discs dry. This is not like a clutch. This part is not like a clutch on a car where it's got to be dry. These have to be saturated in fluid. And what I want you guys to do is actually, you're going to let that, move that around a little bit. Make sure it gets between them. Separate them a little bit. You want to let that set for about 15 minutes. But while we're waiting for that, now you're going to have your 3 friction plates. Take a plate, stand back about 5 feet. Stand back about 5 feet, and you want to toss it. And you want to see if it land in there. So that way it lets you know whether you're good at the carnival games, man. Just stand there.
Let's see you do it.
No, I ain't messing. I'll do that with the old one, man. You know what? I'll do it with the old one. Check it out. I'll do it with the old one. All right. Watch this. This is gonna be good. Okay. Let me see. Oh, let me try it again. Oh, I should let somebody do it. It's like, dang it, they've been building a transmission and throwing the parts around. Alright.
I guess I'm not getting a stuffed animal.
So what you're going to do is take one of your steel plates, no matter how it goes, as long as you line them grooves up, and set one down. Alright, we're going to let that set for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to return. Alright Alright guys, pre-soaking is done. Let's go. Let's grab us a friction disc. Set it in there. Grab us a plate. Set it in there. Grab us a friction disc. Set it in there. Grab us a friction plate. A steel plate. Set it in there. Grab the last one. Set it in there. The next thing we're going to do is going to get a thick steel plate over there. Now, this steel plate, we notice something here. It's got to go like this. And what I mean by like this, on the top half, on each gear, the top half, it's hard to see. This is like rounded. The edges on the sides are like rounded. If I flip it over, so it's squared. It's more got a point. That's squared. Got a point to it. On the other side, again, it's rounded. You want to make sure the rounded side is facing up. All right. Also good if in case. Well, no, just do it that way. I'm about to say something, but no, I don't want to confuse you. You want to set that down in there. Perfect.
What if you mark it when you take it out?
Well, you can mark it just like I did with the stuff, but you got to be careful that when you clean it, that mark don't go away. But go by that, guys, and that way you look professional when you're doing this. All right. The next thing you want to do is get your thick snap ring. Set your snap ring in there. Make sure it is snapped all the way in place. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's move on. Alright guys, next thing we're going to do, we're going to install our lower snap ring. And this is the one I marked with red. There's a groove right inside there. You're going to get that lined up in there. Make sure it goes down in there. Make sure it goes into that groove all the way around. Alright, and what I like to do here is get something here. See the openings right there? I like to move this over a little bit instead of having an opening in the gap. Of course, that's going to give me a little hard time, ain't it? A little bit too much over that way. Yeah, a little bit too much over that way.
What?
Huh? You don't know what I'm doing?
I do know what you do, but it's getting a little bit repetitive.
So yeah.
Yes.
All right, right there. I don't want to end of it in the opening. All right, now we're gonna take out the internal ring gear. Yeah, buddy. Get that ring gear. And you know what, guys? Let's those discs down there. I'm gonna even up the teeth on them a little bit, so when we do install this, we're not twisting them and trying to get everything lined up. So we just want to even those teeth out. Take our ring gear, set it down. Take our last snap ring and snap that right into place. Make sure it's in their grooves all the way around. Alright, let's put this to the side and let's grab our turbine shaft. Alright, in your kit you're gonna have 4 new sealing rings. If it don't put this thing back together with the old rings on it. You don't want that to mess this transmission up. All right, take your transmission goo. You want to put it around where each sealing ring goes. You're gonna put more up there, but this is just to hold it right into place. All right, then you want to carefully, because these are plastic and they will break. You saw how we did that. You want to carefully lubricate each sealing ring. And as you notice how I'm lubricating it, I'm putting some on my hand, putting a ring in there, and I'm just turning the ring just like that. Now the big rings, they just come together just like that. You know, there's just a squared off. But the little one, get some glue in here. The little one is set a little different. Interlock with each other. So let's get that one on first. Get the shaft, put it up there, open the ring up just enough to get it onto the shaft. Can you all see?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm being very careful to put this just enough to get it up there, let it go into place, and once it gets into place, get your goo and put some around there. All right, now let's do one of the big ones. Same thing. Get your big one, put it on. Open it up just enough to get it over the shaft. Okay. Bring it down into place. Get your goo. Put it on. Let's go this way now. And this one, what I'm going to try to do is bring this one to this lip over here. Try not to... Oh well. that didn't happen. I'm going to leave it there. The reason why I did that, because I didn't want to have to open the other one up more just to get it over that, but it went in there.
Now that that one's in there, it's going to be easier to put that in. Because then you don't have the groove to go over.
Tell me what...
Okay. See? Better.
Alright, get that in there. Alright, new sealing rings are in. Lubricate them, and let's get ready to install it into the Ford clutch assembly. Alright guys, let's get ready to install this. Now, you're going to install it with, let's see how it is. You got the small little shaft right here, like the end of a pressure plate or a clutch or something. That's going to go towards this end, goes into this end. Line up the splines, either splines, it don't matter. Push it all the way in. Now, you're going to have a little groove right around the top. Just enough for your snap ring. Whoops. With my snapping pliers. I'm going to try to get these. See if I can open up like this, and that's going to be harder. But, am I in your way if I do it like this way?
Mm-mm.
Alright, so we go like that. And this is where we have our problem at, because this is going to suck. Should have took my glove. This thing is sliding out. Let me push this thing up again, hold up against this. Alright. Somebody said, Tim, you got the patience of a saint. You let that camera go off. Alright, forget that. Because I'm trying to hold something, use something to push up against because the shaft is dropping down. Son of a biscuit. Hold on. Put this up. Okay. This thing is moving. Okay. Yeah, buddy, man. All right, this is get us this little screwdriver. Just want to make sure that it is down there. You don't want this thing coming apart while it's inside the transmission. All right, it is definitely. And actually, let's take a screwdriver. Let's take this. See if we can twist it. Turn it. Oh, great, cool. So I know it's in there now because I'm spinning the shaft. All right, there you go, guys. Our forward clutch assembly is now together. It is ready. We have just rebuilt all the parts of the transmission. There's going to be there's going to be links in the description below of doing each section, from removing the transmission, disassembling, and rebuilding the parts inside, even the valve cover. The next video after this now is actually just putting the transmission all back together. So if you have any comments or questions, be sure to post them in the comment section below, or you can email me direct to tim@astroaudiorepair.com.